Greetings, everyone. I welcome you all to the Alumni series. My name is Pavni Yadav. I'm a student here at Amity International School, Sector 46, Gurugram. I would start by thanking our Honorable Chairperson, Ma'am, Dr. Mrs. Amita Chauhan, our beloved founder, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, and our respected Principal, Ma'am, Dr. Aarti Chopra, to give us an opportunity to interact with the fellow alumni and learn from their experiences. Today, we have with us Vishnu Pandey, who was a student here at Amity International School, Sector 46. Sir, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Pavni. A very good morning. Firstly, my name is Vishnu Pandey. I have graduated from Amity International School, Sector 46, Gurgaon in the year 2019. My stream was PCM with economics, and that's a small introduction of me. Apart from that, I'm very thankful to our chairperson, ma'am, our sir, principal, ma'am, for inviting me back to school and for being a part of the illustrious alumni that Amity boasts of, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity of taking this interview. So thank you, Pavni.
What Amity's teachings and values have inspired your continued connection with the school? Can you please talk about that?
So my journey in Amity 46 began in class 7th. I had just recently shifted cities, and this was my first time in Gurgaon as well. So this was my first school in Gurgaon. And as soon as I joined, what was different to me at that time was the level of interest that teachers had in you as a student, and the sort of personal attachment that a lot of teachers had with me, which was a trend that I saw over the next 6 years in school. Whether be it middle school, whether be it senior secondary, whether be it senior school, I always had a lot of teachers who were constantly telling me what to do next, how to plan it, how to, plan out my entire career moving forward while also being in school. And sometimes we don't really have that long vision because we've not seen the world, right? We are very small kids who have just moved into school. But the teachers, they're experienced. The principal ma'am, she's extremely experienced. So when your principal ma'am, your chairperson ma'am, and your teachers, they take special interest in you and they show you what it's like outside school and they prepare you for that life at every single moment, then that's something that you value uniquely. Apart from that, it's just, I think, Amity's value system is something which is extremely different and something that I personally relate to a lot as compared to any other schools that I have seen. So I've not personally been to a lot of schools, but it's just my interaction with students from different schools, is that students here are extremely grounded. Their cultural sensitivity is at maximum, and I think that Scotty, our principal ma'am, she took a lot of new ventures when we were there. Like there used to be the dispersal prayer. That was something that was started with my batch. It was something new and something that very quickly became sort of a resounding pattern through all of us. And whether be it the morning assembly, chanting those prayers, getting the news of the day, the thought of the day, very small, small things that when you are in school, you don't value much. But it creates a sort of a cultural value system that you want to pass on to your juniors when you grow up. So I think that's what Amity has helped me with the most. And like I said, I'm very grateful.
Speaking of career, can you please tell more about what career you've taken up and how excited you are about your area of study?
So ever since I graduated my school in 2019, I joined Hansraj College for my bachelor's in economics. I joined it through our board examinations, and the 3 years in college, I studied economics. I sort of developed a passion for it, so to speak. I got so much interest in the subject, both theoretically and practically, that I wanted to pursue a master's. So I applied to Delhi School of Economics for my master's in economics. I fortunately got through. And after completing my master's in economics, I was campus placed at Wells Fargo. It's a United States-based bank I'm currently working at as a risk consultant there. And it's been 1 year so far. It's been a wonderful journey, and I'm excited to see where it leads me.
Which traits, according to you, this school helped you acquire that you realized in like your current career and like which helped you a lot?
I think I'll be very concise here. It's confidence and competitiveness. So I was a part of the MUN society. I was a part of the council in school as well. And going through all of these sort of different competitions, when you go to MUNs, you interact with different students from different schools. When you're a part of the council, you have daily tasks assigned to you that you have to complete. Sometimes they're a bit challenging because they're your friends after all, that you have to, maintain a sort of school discipline around. So just the level of confidence that Amity has instilled in me pushes me to think that I can compete at any level, which is the second point, competitiveness. So whenever I see a challenge coming up to me, I think if I was in class 8th and I'm applying for a delegation that's really tough, my teachers are pushing for it, that Vishnu, you can do it. So why can't I do this next step? So it's confidence and competitiveness. These are two very important skills that my school has instilled in me, and I'm very thankful.
How should a plus 2 student prepare themselves for the career you are in?
That's a very good question, Bhavni. So, to address it very simply, it's that you have to first be decisive, you have to know yourself, and number two, know where your skills are adequate. So, this sort of knowledge about yourself as a student is really important to cultivate in class 11th and 12th, because that's going to tell you what do you want to do post class 12th. I, for example, had a knack for physics, maths, and economics. I didn't like chemistry much. So I knew that if I go into engineering, that's going to be very tough for me. But since I liked economics, I liked global economics even more so. And that was a part of my school journey growing up. I was, like I said, into a lot of public speaking events. So due to that, I naturally gained a lot of traction towards economics. And then came boards, I gave my examination, I entered college. These days, the system is a little bit different. You have to prepare for CUET examinations to get into a good college for your bachelor's if you want to do it through Delhi University or any other reputed university. So I'll just say that you have to know what your skill sets are, you have to know what your ambition is, what your interests are, and then put full concentration and full effort behind it, whether be it economics or whether be it mathematics, whether be it political science honors, whatever you want to do, you're going to achieve it. So it seems more difficult than it actually is, but if you put your mind, body, and soul behind your ambition, you're going to get it.
How did the teachers and the school environment help instill those values that really helped you in your current, career and in your college?
No, that's a very good follow-up question, because I said that I have taken PCM in class 11 to 12th, although I did not like physics when I was in class 10th. And there was a particular teacher called Yugal sir, and he took my class 11th and 12th physics, and a student like me who was not interested in physics at all could not understand the ABCDs of it. When I come into class 11th, something changes entirely, and the change is Yugal sir. I start to enjoy physics because of him. I start to enjoy mathematics because of him. And not only that, it has sort of a corresponding effect in that my brain started to function a little bit more analytically than theoretically. And that small change that I, could not perceive at that moment led to a lot of great things that I'm doing today. In my job today, I use a lot of linear programming, I use a lot of mathematics, a lot of vectorization, all these things we have a complex use of. And I go back to the concepts of class 11th and 12th, and I would have thought, what if my teachers would have taught me differently? But thankfully, I was in such a school that I did not have to answer that question. I got the right nourishment and the right guidance at the right time, which was very important. So that's just one such example. I could go on and on about my class 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and we would have a laundry list of teachers to talk about. But in this short interview, I'll just use an example. So I think that's been the way that my teachers have impacted me, and I think that goes for all Amity alumni.
What advice would you like to give to your juniors on becoming responsible and active citizens?
That's a very good question, because I've come back to school for our Emigmun, the 16th Emigmun, and I'm seeing a lot of students who are extremely confident now. They are much more adept at debating, at research than we ever were. But a few pieces of advice that I would give to our junior batch is to just be confident, but always remember that you have to be humble. Humility is something that comes from a small age, and if you nurture it, if you feed it, it'll take you so far in life, because one thing that is out of your control is the blessings of your teachers, your seniors, your parents, your family members, etc. All of your elders. And we all think that life doesn't have a lot of stroke of luck, but when you get to a point where you're writing multiple examinations, the competition is really tough. Sometimes what differs is your own ability, but sometimes what's important is the blessings that you're carrying. So one piece of advice I would give is be humble. Always be humble, be respectful of your teachers, because the blessings that your teachers will give you, you will not get it from anywhere else, and that's what is going to carry you forward.
What core strengths and principles at Amity empower students to become global citizens?
I think Amity, and I'm talking about my school in particular, has a lot of global exposure, and this started something with my batch as well. So when we used to think of, let's suppose we used to debate and we are going for an intra-school debate at that point of time, our principal ma'am always had this vision that, Vishnu, you're going for a debating competition, it's an inter-school debating competition, why not take it one step further? Let's go for the national stage. Once you reach there, ma'am would motivate us, okay, why not go the next stage? Let's take it international. So I think being a part of a global citizenship starts as early as class 5th now in Amity 46, because we're having MUNs for class 5th graders also now in school. So it's, I think, an intrinsic part of life at Amity about how to be a global citizen. It's taught to you from the very beginning. Things like global politics, what's happening in geopolitical environment, what's happening in the Western world, what's happening in the Middle East, all of these things, maybe through classroom exercises or maybe through small talks with different teachers in your own classroom, and be it through motivation of your teachers to take part in different events that give you that global exposure. I think students of Amity 46 are extremely ready to take on global challenges. And if I were to put a bet on any student carrying it forward in the global diaspora, it's going to be an Amity 46 student.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time.